Welcome back. There are three things or three areas that we need to consider when we look at trends in the marketplace now. We all are almost painfully aware of the term AI and automation and machine learning and large language models and all of that good tech, which is going to affect our working lives and career opportunities. The other one is the gig economy and the nomad workers and those who can work from home, but work from anywhere, not just from home, but depending on information governance and data protection laws, could work across borders, across countries. The other one is looking at the hybrid working, the remote working, which, as I've said now, is enabling the gig economy. So many of us are used to working remotely. However, we're now faced with the challenge of pressures to go back to the office or to work in a hybrid fashion. Working in a hybrid fashion and getting back to the office means open communication with your colleagues, those with whom you need to meet face to face or would be expected to meet face to face when you go into the office. So now it's not just hopping in the car, hopping on the train, whatever it might be to get to work. It's also booking a desk, organizing with a colleague if they're going to be there, and in that uncertain pattern, while you're getting used to it, taking care of your childcare and other domestic or family responsibilities, which were so much easier when you worked permanently from home. You, of course, can make better use of the collaboration software which is out there. It's very hard to keep up with the pace of change and improvement in technologies. In fact, it's overwhelming that there are so many different apps, for example, just within Microsoft Teams, the apps that you can link to, some of which are on subscription, etc. The other aspect is going back to AI and automation. You can't ignore it. You can't stick your head in the sand. You can't say, well, I don't like AI because of copyright and how it's harvesting its information and therefore it's violating copyright and things like that. There are areas that you can honor your principles and ethics around that, but there are also areas where you cannot know and you cannot control what's out there, and you have to use those tools to be more effective in the workplace, to be competitive as an individual in the workplace. Therefore, you need to learn how to use it to supplement what you know and what you're best at. And that way, you stay ahead of the pack, whether it's using it for creating images and pictures or text or documents or emails or flyers or business cards, whatever it might be. Yours could be better when you apply your expertise to the prompts that you are giving to this AI tool, or even building AI tools, which is far easier than you think when it comes to building chatbots and what have you. Which kind of leads me into the gig economy. Those who are freelancers and working on short jobs through Upwork and Freelance and other platforms that enable you to market your skills and find work for less than 30-hour jobs at a going rate, some which are potential to become permanent jobs, some which are not necessarily what you really want to be doing, but you have to do in order to pay the rent if there aren't jobs coming up. But if you are future-proofing your career, you might find that your organization starts to outsource some of the work that needs to be done to Fiverr and Elance and Freelance and Upwork. And that means your place, your seat, could be taken by somebody working from 1,000 miles away for a cheaper ad hoc rate. And that's why you need to become what Seth Godin started calling a linchpin. Can you make yourself indispensable within the organization as an expert in your topic, but an expert on how to leverage AI, an expert on how to make you far better return on investment and value than shipping that piece of work off to somebody who is just doing it as a gig and not building your organizational competence and insight. Your institutional memory can be your distinguishing factor. Think about the things you know that other people don't, that you should be sharing with them anyway. But as you share it, you reinforce your position as the expert and the go-to person for that particular topic or area or specialization. So these are areas that you need to apply AI and automation to being better in your hybrid and remote working, and to also be able to combine the gig economy with the working remotely, looking at whether you have to start your own business, which is a gig economy, freelance business, working from anywhere, becoming a digital nomad. But you keep your eyes open on these trends and look at how you can work them for your good, or how you have to work in order to make them not competitive with what it is that you do for your organization. Just another way to future-proof your career or to advance in another organization, to another organization, or get into the marketplace again after being between jobs.